Welcome to Road to Gold, presented by Pathwater.
On this episode, we got CB, Christian Braun.
Good defender, gives it the ball. Mamma mia! Christian Braun.
Gas me up, bro.
That's actually very easy. Christian came in a winner. He knows how to play the right way. Obviously, you saw his rookie year. He came in to play huge minutes throughout the season, even bigger minutes to help us ultimately win the championships. I think that Christian has continuously gone this way in his career, and it's still so early. It's been his third year. We've asked him to come in every night and guard the best player, and he's one of the league leaders in transition points. So that just shows you that he does it on both ends of the floor, and just seeing his growth throughout this season, the big leap he's taken. It's great, and I know that he'll continue to do even more and bigger things through his career.
Murray says to Christian, lob it up, no, and the follow by Porter is good.
But I couldn't tell if CB was trying to bounce it off the backboard for Mike or he just missed it.
When have you seen CB pass in transition? No, in transition, he's the best in the NBA. You know, when he gets in transition, he's going to score.
Yeah, I think that's my specialty or what I'm good at. So, when I do get out in transition, I'm going to try to score. I think that's good for us though. When I'm aggressive in transition, I think that's good for us because sometimes I run. I'm aggressive and I run to the rim. Maybe I don't get it, but Michael gets it, in the corner. So it helps me a lot, obviously, getting into the game. And Michael's probably right, honestly. Michael is right. I think, but it was funny last game because I think I did pass it to him once and got him a dunk, and we talked about it a little bit. So, but that's kind of how I get into the game, how I, offensively stay, engaged, and that's just what I'm good at. And when we're running and I'm on the rim or Aaron's on the rim, that's typically when we get corner threes. So that's just what I try to do every game.
I think the biggest challenge for me so far has just been, taking care of my body. You don't have to come in when you're playing, only 20 minutes a game. It's a little easier to slack off in certain areas, but I think the biggest challenge for me has just been being consistent with recovery, being consistent showing up in the training room and things like that. And that's not something that I had to do in college because when you're younger it doesn't mean as much. But just trying to get in the ice bath more. Sometimes he'll force me to get in, but just being proactive and making sure I recover after every game.
CB and I have like a thing where on an off day or before games, we come in, we get our treatment in, we get in the cold tub or cryo chamber, things like that. And sometimes one of us will slack and he holds me accountable when I do, and then vice versa. So I think that creating a routine and habits, things like that are great for not only me and CB, but for our team, especially with the accountability aspect. And the more that we stay on each other and want the best for each other, the better our season will go.
I think we have a tremendous locker room, tremendous culture where we talk about family and whether you're the 18th guy or the first guy, you're going to be treated with love and respect by everybody, and you're going to be coached.
I would say some of the good advice that Mo's given is probably just for us to, stay in the moment and, don't take cuts, enjoy the process. And whether we're winning games or we're not winning games, it's the process of, building habits that's important for our team.
I would say the same thing. I don't know if it's anything individually that I've taken, but just every day I feel like he comes in with the approach. He wants to win every game. Almost sometimes it feels like he cares too much. He comes in and he hammers home habits, the same habits that he tried to hammer home in preseason. I think I just appreciate the way he approaches, every day, every practice, and sometimes it gets on people's nerves a little bit, but it's good for you. And I think that in the playoffs, that's when you see, those habits and how disciplined, he has made us. It kind of comes out during the playoffs.
That's it. The Timberwolves have knocked out the defending champion Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, that was probably the toughest loss I've ever taken. I feel like I took it personally, knowing that I could potentially have a really big role, on the team coming up this year. I wanted to be ready. I wanted to make sure that I prepared. I wanted to make sure that I was here, in the summer early, didn't miss anything, just put myself in the best position. I knew I was gonna have to compete with, Julian, and then when we got Russ, I knew I was gonna have to compete with Russ. So I think that just coming in, trying to be prepared for whatever's thrown at me, whatever role is thrown at me, I'm grateful for, but just try to be prepared for that role. And I think it's been good even, having those guys compete. And I know Malone has said that too, just having a, competitive mindset of, when he's not going to give you the starting role, you got to go earn it. And then have Russ, right behind you, having a Hall of Famer behind you every single day. I got to make sure I'm playing my best because I know he's going to bring it every single night. So just being prepared and then understanding that just because you got the starting spot at the beginning doesn't mean you have it, at the end of the year. So just trying to keep my spot, stay hungry, just be prepared for whatever's thrown at me.
Well, CB's had a winning, hard-working mentality since the moment he got here. So I don't think that's changed. Like he's hungry, he wants to learn, and he's continuously getting better. Like I said, on both ends of the floor. When his rookie year, he just played hard like he does now. And he kind of was just all over the place in a good way. But now I feel like he's kind of honing in on things that he knows that he's great at and excelling at other things that he wants to get better at. So his growth is going to continue. But I would say like him compared to other young guys, I don't compare him to other young guys because I don't see him as that. But I will say that he has an advantage already because of he's a proven winner. And he played at the highest level in college on a great team, and he was doing great things. And he comes in here and you just kind of plug him in and let him play. And he figures out how to do everything else because he's just that type of player. But this year he's shooting the ball even better. Like I said, he's leading the league in transition points and guarding the best player every night, and he's starting to become an even better playmaker. So I feel like, that's great to watch him do that.
Pass Braun. Braun attacking. Over the head, Porter. 3 on the way. It's good, and the game is tied.
I mean, Christian Braun is just taken over this stretch for the Denver Nuggets.
I know everybody says this, but man, I just want to win. Like, I think that we're in a position, a unique position where we have the best player in the world, and we have a chance to win a championship every single year. And I think that not many guys get to say that. And I think I want to look back on my career as, man, I won, a ton of championships, and not only did I win them, but I contributed to them. That was a big part of my rookie year. I wanted to be able to contribute, be on the floor, and I was given a unique opportunity then, to be on the floor in a final series and be a big part of it. So, I want to be a big part of more championships and just continue to get better, like DJ said. Just continue to work on my game, continue to grow. I would say there's anybody that I look at, and try to be like, but just be myself. Try to come out and be available every single night and win as much as possible. And I think that this team is fun to play on, and as long as we're winning, I think that it solves a lot of things.
The sky's the limit for CB, man. Like, he does so many great things well. He's gonna be in this league for a long time. He's taking care of his body. He's a student of the game. He watches a ton of film, and he works before practice, after practice. So when you see guys like that, they already have that hard-working mentality, that mindset, and they want to continue to get better and learn. They already have everything they need. So with him being around, future Hall of Famers on this team, that is just going to rub off on him, and he's going to want to get better, and he wants to continue to win. He's a winner. Like you said, when we lost last year, that was the first time that he's lost in 3 years. He's not used to that, so I feel like he's going to want to continue to work harder and not have that feeling again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, Christian Braun.
Oh, I think any win's, good for us, obviously for the standings, and to beat a good team like that. They've obviously been playing well all year, and we got them twice. So that's good for us, good for our confidence, but we approach it like any other game. Just got to come out and get a win every night.
We just got to get right. We got to get all on the same page, making sure we're building those same habits. I think offensively, we know we can score with anybody. Just make sure we're building defensive habits. I think we're making the right strides. It hasn't been perfect, but it's not going to be perfect for anybody. Just continue to get better defensively. Know who we have, so we always have enough. As long as we got some of the guys that we have, and we have a couple of MVPs. We got some really good players that surround them. So we have enough. And knowing that we have enough, we got to come with the right approach. We got to make sure we're taking care of our bodies and getting better defensively. And I think if we do that, we can beat anybody.
I knew you was gonna say that, bro.
Man, I was about to say, am I gonna get to gas you up though?
Yes. 3 words to describe Christian Braun. Handsome.
There we go.
Resilient. No, I'm joking. I would say resilient, hardworking, and selfless.
My mom would not. Selfless, she would say no.
No, really?
No, yeah.
I'm not around him as much as Mama Brown is, but
Yeah.
you know.
So it's my turn to give him 3 words. I would say that DJ is very caring. I think he's dedicated. You know, he don't play 17
17. Yeah.
17 years without being dedicated to his craft. I think he's loving. I think he's, loves his family, and I think that he's just a fun person to be around. And those are 3 great qualities I would say for a man.
It's my guy.
You want to keep gassing up DJ? Is there one moment you remember as a kid of DJ playing?
As a kid, it's crazy. As a kid, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, actually, I don't know that there's a memory, obviously, like his highlight dunks and stuff like that, the Lob City stuff. When I lived in Burlington, we used to watch that. But I had a couple pictures. I had a Kobe dunking picture, I had a Dwayne Wade dunking picture, and the third one was DJ as the Clippers, like a young DJ dunking that was hung up over my bed, actually, So I don't know if that's a memory or not, but I did have that. I was a Chris Paul fan. I don't know if I was a DeAndre Jordan fan.
I'll take that too. I'll take that.
Bro, I'm pretty boring, honestly. I'm pretty boring off the court. I love watching the NBA. Love watching NFL football. So that's one thing people probably don't know. I watch NFL football a lot. But I watch a lot of NBA. I watch a lot of college basketball. And I'm always around my friends. That's another thing. I have a lot of friends that, I keep around me, some good people that I keep around me. So I'm really big on friends and family in sports.
He also crochets too. He don't want to tell y'all that, but.
Yeah, I read a lot of books. Nothing's ever going to top Kansas for me. Kansas will always be home. I'll live there forever. I always go back to the games. But so I don't know that anything can top Kansas, but we do have mountains. So we have better scenery, I would say, out here. Stuff to look at. But actually, overall, they're pretty similar. Similar weather. The winters are cold. It snows too much. But they're pretty similar. I think that maybe Kansas City has better barbecue. But I do love the city of Denver, and like I said, it's pretty similar. And honestly, the fact that it's similar makes it great to me.
DJ, have you ever been to Lawrence?
No.
This is another connection we have.
I know. My wife is from Kansas, but I've never been to Lawrence. When I was at A&M, you swapped playing those teams, so they came to College Station.
I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna get everybody to come. I haven't told anybody.
When they retire CB's jersey, we'll all be there.
They're not gonna retire my jersey, but we're all gonna go back to a game. The road to gold means to me, it means a lot of winning. I think our eyes are always on the same prize, every single year. And I already mentioned, like, we have a unique situation where we have the MVP, the best player in the world, a top 10 player ever, and we got some, like I said, some great guys, all-star caliber guys that surround him. So you don't have that situation, every single year, but every year I've been here, we've had the chance, to compete for a championship. That's something I'll never take for granted. That's something we'll never take for granted. And knowing that, we have to approach it with the right mindset. And I know that DJ would tell you too, like, around the league, you don't get to, be a top 3 seed, every single year. So every year we get to compete for a championship. We need to approach it the right way and do the right things, to help our team.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a different, workload. There's a different, last year I always talked about balancing, getting better and being ready to play. And I still have to do that, more minutes, and still have to, develop and get better with Ogie and do those things. So there is more, but this is what I've asked for. This is what I've wanted. This is, what every player in the NBA wants. They want opportunity. They want, more minutes, and the front office and coaching staff has given me that. So I'm happy. I want to play as much as possible. like I said, this is exactly what I wanted, and as long as it's leading to wins, then that's what matters.
It's going to be Nuggets basketball. Here we go. And the Nuggets come up with a game winner. Jamal Murray, they're out high. Give it to Jokic. Jokic, Christian Braun. Rattles it home! Christian Braun, 1.4 remaining. A new hero in the Mile High. 1.4, Nuggets by 3. Corner 3, Durant. He hits! He hits! And we're tied at 125. 129, 125. Both teams working hard for this one. Christian Braun, try it again. Yes! Christian Braun from downtown. Another rebound for Jokic. He's tied a season high. Christian Braun! It will finish 149 to 141.
There are a lot of good things to come out of this, including the way that Nikola Jokic played and Christian Braun played.
Nuggets fans, we need you to show up, show out. Obviously, like I said, our effort's going to be there. We're looking to get another one. One's not enough for us. We're going to go out there and compete. We got a lot to prove still. We don't think one's enough. We got a lot to prove, and we're trying to win more and more.
We need you guys more than you actually realize. Your energy is contagious for us on the floor night in and night out. And the louder you are, the more we feed off that in the playoffs. That's going to be beneficial to us.